What's up, guys? It's Harley here from Maryland MMA. Here to give you guys my early predictions for this weekend's massive stacked UFC 285 card. Gane versus Jones. Really looking forward to getting into this card, man. This is one of the biggest cards, in my opinion, that the UFC's had in a long time. With that being said, we're not going to have a long video. Just going to run through the picks. Haven't watched a ton of film, but I'm pretty decided on my picks already. So with that being said, let's get right into it. First fight, we've got Luik Rakhmonov versus Esteban Ribas. This one's a little tricky for me, but in this fight, you got Luik Rakhmonov, who's a really good wrestler. Both guys are actually making their UFC debut, but Rakhmonov has fought some really big names in the PFL and had some success in the PFL. And you got Ribas making his UFC debut. He's a knockout artist, but hasn't fought the best opposition and hadn't really been tested. With that being said, I'm going to go with Rakhmonov. His wrestling will be the difference. I see him getting into the ground. I see this being a close fight, but I'll give Rakhmonov the edge, and I see him winning getting a decision victory. Fight number 2, we got Farid Basharat versus Blackshear. I think this is a big step up. Well, not a big step up, but certainly a step up for Farid Basharat. Kid got a lot of hype behind him, and he's another guy coming up in the Contender Series. Like I said, good step up for him and Blackshear. With that being said, I'm going to go with Farid Basharat by decision in this one. I see his ground game being a difference. But don't sleep on him on Blackshear. Like I said, he's a veteran guy. He can cause some problems, and I think he'll test Farid Basharat. I think he'll test Farid Basharat more than anybody else has tested him so far in his career. So really looking forward to seeing this fight. Fight number 3, we got Jessica Penne versus Tabitha Ricci. I'm going with Tabitha Ricci by decision. Her ground game will be the difference for me. Penne has been around for a while. She's fought some good opposition, but without going too deep dive, the biggest thing for me is Ricci's ground game, number 1, and number 2, Ricci's much younger, still in her fighting prime, and you got Jessica Penne who is in her late 30s, on the back half of her career. So I just think Ricci's ground game will be a little too much for her, and I see Ricci winning by decision. Fight number 4, we got Martinez versus Cameron Simon. I think this will be a really fun fight to watch. I expect a striking heavy matchup in this one. Both guys like to strike, rely heavily on their striking. With that being said, I'll go Cameron Simon either by decision or late TKO. I see Simon getting in his face, pressuring him with striking, and his pressure being a little too much for him. Also, a thing to look for Simon in this fight, is he's got a few more ways to win, in my opinion. If you look at Simon's last fight, he fought a pure grappler, man, and really, in my opinion, more than held his own. In my opinion, he out-grappled him. So he's shown that he can win a fight in more ways than one, and he's got that explosive power always in his back pocket if he needs it. So I'm gonna go with Simon. Not sure how he'll win yet, but definitely go Simon. But like I said, also this fight's tricky, and if there's an upset, I think this fight could be an upset. But I'm pretty confident in my pick with going with Cameron Simon here. Next fight, we got Ian Machado Gary versus Kenan Song. I'm going with Ian Machado Garrett by KO here. Song's been around the UFC for a while now. I think he's got 3 or 4 fights in the UFC. So he's not going to be intimidated by Gary. But the thing is here, I think Gary's boxing will be the difference. He's a little too explosive for me. And if you look at Gary's fights, Ian Gary's fights, he's gotten a little bit better in every fight. And even the holes that he's shown in his game, he's gone back to the drawing board and he's been able to fix those. So yeah, I'm rocking with Ian Gary right here in this fight, man. I see him getting a finish. Fight number 6, Julian Marquez versus Marc-Andre Barriault. I'm leaning towards Marquez in this fight, man. I see him getting to the ground and using his wrestling to get the victory. With that being said, I think Barriault does have a path to victory in this fight. He's got to use his striking, keep the front of his feet, use his striking, and just like I said, stub those takedowns, keep the front of his feet. And if he can do that, he'll have a chance. This fight's going to boil down to whoever can establish their game plan first will get the win. But like I said, so far I'm leaning towards Marquez in this fight by decision or submission. Next fight, we got Derek Brunson versus, I skipped the whole fight here. Next fight, we got Viviane Araujo versus Amanda Ribas. I'm going to go with Amanda Ribas. For me, this is a really close fight. Could go either way. But so far, like I said, all my picks I'm going with. I haven't finished all my breakdowns. So this is just a rundown through the card so far. With that being said, I'm going with Amanda Ribas. I think her striking will be the difference. I think she's the more technical striker, but don't sleep on Arroyo, man. She could definitely test her in this fight. Next fight, we got Derek Brunson versus Drake Du Plessis. Really interested in this fight, by the way. I'm gonna go with Du Plessis in this one. I think he's a stronger, more powerful fighter, and I think that'll be the biggest difference for him in this fight. But Derek Brunson, good, he's got a solid ground game. Derek Brunson's tested a lot of guys in the past, so you can't write him off. I just think Du Plessis is on a hot streak right now, and he's too powerful for Brunson, man. And I think that'll be the difference in this one. So I'm gonna go with Drake Du Plessis by KO. Fight number 9, we got Cody Garbrandt versus Trevin Jones. Both guys desperate for a win. Both guys coming off losses. But in this fight, I'm going with Cody Garbrandt by KO. He's got more power, and he's fought in those big fights. Cody Garbrandt, everyone knows Cody Garbrandt's a former world champion. Been in there with the who's who in the UFC. Seen it all. The only thing that scares me is obviously Garbrandt's been chinny in the past, but both guys have struggled here lately. Both guys have been stopped, and both guys can stop you. I just think that Garbrandt's got a little more power, and he's definitely got the more experience. So I'm leaning towards Garbrandt getting this one done, man. Next fight, we got Jamie Pickett versus Bo Nickal. This one's a no-brainer for me. Bo Nickal is the biggest betting favorite on the card. His wrestling will be the difference in this one, man. I see him getting to the ground, using his wrestling and getting to the ground and ultimately getting a stoppage. Fight number 11, we got Mateusz Gamrot versus Jalin Turner. I'm going with Gamrot by decision. His ground game will be the difference again. Gamrot too good on the ground, man, for me. If Turner can keep it on his feet, he'll have a chance. But I got to go with Mateusz Gamrot in this one, man. Fight number 12, we got Neal versus Shavkat Rakhmonov. I see this fight being one-sided. I hate to write off Neal. I just think Shavkat, again, ground game's too good. You know, he's got that unique style of ground game, and I see him getting the job done. Probably submitting Neal in this fight, man. But if Neal can keep it on his feet, he'll have a chance. But I gotta go with Rakhmonov in this fight. Moving on to the co-main event, we got Valentina Shevchenko fighting Alexa Grasso. I gotta go with Shevchenko in this one. Shevchenko has struggled in her last couple of fights. She's shown that she is beatable. But like I said, like I always say, there's levels to this thing. Shevchenko is one of the best in the world. So I got to go with Shevchenko, man. Her ground game's the difference for me. And I see her able to get the job done and just continue her role, man. Last but not least, the main event, we got Jon Jones versus Ciryl Gane. Highly anticipated matchup. Really looking forward to this fight. Tough for me because Jon Jones been out for so long. And Jon Jones been out for so long. But I got to go with Jon Jones, man. Ciryl Gane's got huge power. He can knock out anybody. But Jones is, to me, the pound-for-pound best in the world. One of the best to ever step in a cage or any MMA fight, for that matter. Man, I think Jones has too many ways to win. Too explosive. With that being said, don't sleep on Ciryl Gane. Like I said, he's got power to knock out anybody on the planet. Really fun fight. Really fun card from top to bottom. But yeah, so I'm gonna rock with Jon Jones in this one. And that'll do it for this episode, man. Thank you guys so much for watching. All we ask is that you guys like and subscribe to the page. Spread the word for us. Just continue to support us, man. If you guys agree with me, disagree with me, or have anything that you want to drop about on my picks, please feel free to comment on the video, interact with us. We'll get back to you. And don't forget, guys, this is a early prediction. We'll be back Friday for the full prediction pod with our parlays and what to watch on this card. We'll actually have more than one parlay, so be sure to tune in to that next prediction pod because it's going to be a good one. Until then, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good one. Peace.